Some people are like, oh, Baller League are putting all their production team in this. It's just me, bro. Like, in a day and a half, I did it or whatever. I know AI gets a lot of hate. There's the AI slop online and stuff, but I really want to be part of what's going on, at least understand it.
What are the main tools you use, and can you talk a bit about your workflow?
Like KSI versus Idris Elba, they're like Roman Empire
I see
going
that,
against
yeah,
each other.
hard.
Right?
What skills do you think is important for a videographer in the modern day that was less important like 5 years ago?
It's the power of adapting as well. I think that's what's changed, because before you had to adapt over like 10 years, 15 years. The more we go ahead, the more that change kind of happens in shorter time. When I was working for Head, the tennis company, I did like a motion graphic that ended up on Times Square. I want to make, you know, Harry Potter universes, you know what I mean? Big things with like substance, and now I feel like just from my room, I can achieve that.
And this is the direction that, you know, things are going, whether you like it or not. AI's
so,
here,
man.
and it's here to stay. He's currently working with Ballers League, so I'm curious to hear all the experience he has working in a fast-paced environment, working in a sport that's up and coming and is making tremendous groundbreaking content in the industry. So George, thank you for coming, man.
Thank you for having me, man. How are you, bro? I'm good, man. I'm good. I thought I'd be anxious, but I'm actually like, I'm alright. I'm not used to speaking about myself and all that kind of stuff.
Yo, do you know how many people have said that?
I can imagine, man. Well, because we're behind the camera, innit? That's why, man. We're just geeks in the dark,
yeah,
you know what
literally,
I mean?
But this is a comfortable space,
cool,
you know what I'm saying?
Cool,
so
yeah,
I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel
thank
calm.
you for inviting
George,
me, man. Thank you.
My pleasure, honestly. For the people that don't know you, for the people that have never seen you, who are you and what do you do?
I'm George Parsons. I'm a creative, born in France, raised in France, moved to London just before COVID. Terrible timing, but we're here. We made it. And creative. I specialize in videography. I've done different sides of creative. Right now working with Baller League, enjoying it. Just fucking. Am I allowed to curse?
Yeah, of course,
yeah, sorry,
man.
Just trying to do my thing, man. Trying to go upwards.
Sick. And to the viewers, the listeners that, you know, they obviously don't know you, what do you hope they gain from, you know, your story and your experience?
I think just like connection. I think like obviously as creatives who are probably trying to monetize a passion, it's not always straightforward. You need guidance, direction. I think my main thing is like, I didn't have any guidance or direction growing up. I was born in a very like secluded area. So obviously like, and also there wasn't like platforms like Instagram and all that. I think just being able to connect with people who are from different areas, different styles, different places, different messages, always important, man. It's something that I enjoy as well. Like it's content that I consume. Like I need to like, always in need of guidance, bro. Always.
Sick. Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Come on.
Bro, before we get into your story and experience, we've got a game, yeah?
Come on.
It's called Fred or Dead. Yeah. So I'll give you industry, popular insights, things that are happening and trends in the space.
So I agree or I don't agree.
There you go. If you're killing it, Dead. If you're, keeping it, Fred, yeah?
Cool, man.
Posting every day on social media.
Dead.
Why'd you say that?
I couldn't do it, bro.
Yeah.
For me, this is all just me personally, right? Yeah. I just, the content I specialize in is a bit more polished. Yeah. I can't do that. And then me putting footage out every day, trying to it's not my direction. It's not for me. But I rate people who manage to, like, the discipline that you need to have to do all that.
You don't need to be politically correct.
No, but I genuinely do.
Said dead. No, I'm joking.
No, dead. Leave it. For me, dead. I could never do it. But it's just like, it's just not what I want. Like,
no, calm. Buy an expensive gear early.
Dead. Yeah. Because I couldn't. I couldn't do it. I enjoyed the DIY side of things. Like that's how I did my probably 4 first years of creative experiences, just run and gun. I was just doing, basically I was with the crew, I was making music. That's how I started being creative.
Yeah.
I was the only one who was tech savvy. So then I ended up becoming sound engineer, videographer, community manager, whatever, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's given me a lot, like with zero budget, zero equipment, and like I said, in the middle of nowhere. So it was like, it gives you imagination, like thinking out of the box. It's
hard. Good. Okay. Niching down as a creative.
Niching down, like specializing.
Yeah. So picking an industry, like I'm just gonna focus on this.
I have to say, dead from my perspective. So I'm just dead in everything, bro.
This guy's got the Draco out.
I swear, bro.
Everything moving.
For me, anyway, yeah. I think like a lot of people at the start always were telling me like you need to specialize, like you're doing too much, because obviously like I was trying to sound engineer, make music, do videos, do all that. But I think like for me, what I do as a videographer, you kind of need to understand all those things. You're doing sound design, you're doing motion graphics, you're doing visuals, you're shooting, you got to understand so many little different details that I rate myself for not doing that. But obviously, if you love doing one thing and you know that's for you, then I rate that as well. Like, yeah,
I hear that. Working for free.
Dead. It's gotta be, man. I did, but again, like most of my stuff was free at the start.
Just give me the friend, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Here you go. Sorry. Dead. I rate the fact that I had to do it at the start. Like I said again, like the DIY, the run and gun, doing music videos for my mates. I was never gonna make any money from that.
So don't you think it matters on what stage?
It depends
then?
what stage. Yeah, exactly. It depends. I think that's the thing in the question. Right now, dead. Yeah. Back then, thread.
Okay.
I'll
okay. No. All right, I'm with you. Working with your friends and your family.
Oh, bro, you're gonna dead. Dead. I've done it. Like most of my time was with my mates and stuff like that, and it was cool. It was fun, but I do rate working with people who have like a common goal, and there's no like emotional barriers that can stop people. You know what I mean? Like, it's too many lost projects, bro.
Yeah, and budget, man. People, bro.
It's just like, and then obviously, then you're just like, you can't really say what you want to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm not saying you should, but like, just come on, bro.
And then last one, shooting on film in 2026.
Wait, what?
Shooting on film, you know?
Oh, like, yeah,
film.
Thread, bro. Like, all of it. Every mixed media, every single different type of camera you can get, man, to Thread. Yeah, I'm a geek, bro. Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
Sick. Hey, thank you for that, bro. No, so, in terms of, obviously, we'll get into your experience. Like, your work is dope. You are a true creative. Your website is hard.
Thank you,
like,
man.
I can see you put a lot of thought and effort into that. And we'll dive into that. But before we do that, what are the key things about your childhood, your upbringing, that has made you the man you are today?
I mean, probably I come from a village of 8 people in the middle of nowhere.
In the whole village?
I'm like over 10% of the population, bro.
My family's 7 people, brother.
So, yeah, you see what I mean? Like... And there was to this day, there's still no like fast internet over there and stuff.
No
like
5G.
The base, no 5G.
3G.
And it's in France, so like, obviously I don't have the accent, but like I grew up there
But your parents are British.
Both British, yeah. So English at home, French at school. So double culture, obviously had to navigate that. But all those kind of things kind of led me to where I am. I think like being in a place where there was nothing leads you to have a bigger imagination to just entertain yourself as a kid, you know what I mean? Because like I had to organize to go and see my mates. It wasn't like I could just cycle a bike and get there, you know what I mean? So found my own entertainment, and that's why also like I've always kind of known my first things were always creative, so I've always been in that bubble. You know what I mean? So
okay. And then like, why did your parents move from Britain to a village in France?
I don't know, man. My parents are, a lot older than me. My dad had me when I was 50. He was 55.
Oh, wow.
So he's like nearly 90 now.
Oh, wow. Okay. So he was almost retiring.
I wasn't planned.
Like.
I slid through the door.
I wasn't planned either, brother.
Yeah, well, there we go.
So you get me,
bro. We made it.
You know?
Exactly, bro. No, for sure, man. I think that all those things, like obviously mix of cultures, you know, France and England are close, but they're very different characters and
for sure.
people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Coming from a like really rural area as well, and trying to get into like media and stuff like that, it was just totally contrast. So all those extremes kind of like shaped everything I then kind of decided to become, I guess.
Yeah. So what was like school life like for you? If you're in a village of 8 people, how does school even work? Like,
well, I mean, it was all right at the start, I guess, and then eventually when you get into like a bit older, for 13, 14, I guess that's when I had to leave home, kind of go to the city and all that kind of thing.
Yes.
So like I lived that proper, like, you know, the city that's closest to my parents is a tiny city to me now, but when I moved there, I was just like, this is huge, man. Like, I've seen more people in the last I've seen more people in the last 5 minutes than I've seen in the last month, kind of thing, you know what I mean? So obviously that brings challenges as well, like, you know, social anxiety, I guess, like certain things that certain people, I feel, especially now I'm living in London and stuff like that, I understand that some people are just born with certain social qualities, you know, networking and stuff like that. I'm terrible. Like, I'm so bad at it. But obviously this is a big step, me being able to be here and all that. I'm proud of that. But
you should be.
So it's I can't even remember what the question was.
No, I was just asking about school. Like, how
school,
did it, how
so
did it work?
it just meant that I had to leave. I had to go out. I'd like when I was 15.
So before 15, was you
Before
homeschooled?
15, no. I did. No, I was at the school. There was like a bus that came, picked me up and stuff like that. But then I was kind of changing schools as well and stuff like that. It was a bit, you know, that's for different reasons and things like that. But yeah, no, it wasn't like I wasn't in one place like solid my whole thing. So obviously that means like changing friends and not having that consistency, I think probably led to me being creative and in my bubble and working with myself a lot more.
Yeah, you know? What is the impact of that? It sounds quite.
It's in a sense, you'd think like it's very. I think I felt in my early years, I felt like I needed a lot of validation from others. I needed to be around people, like, you know, obviously, like just to be at the school that I was at and stuff. I was working like McDonald's and doing some and then going to school, and I got my flat there. So I was like 16 then, like teenager already trying to, you know, do big man things. I wasn't, bro. I was like after 5 minutes of being alone, I was already texting people to come and stuff like that. So I know that I was lacking that, or it's something that I always wanted. And then obviously with time, now I'm the opposite. Like,
because
enjoy my own company, you know what I mean?
I know, like, obviously I've only met you in well, obviously when we was at the Nike event
shooting, for
sure. I don't know, I didn't get that vibe from you. I felt very comfortable and I felt like you was open. You get me, how we was talking.
You get there eventually, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's me pushing myself. I think what I was forcing myself to do before now comes natural. I think through just getting older also, like, you know, getting over 30, stuff like that. You know what I mean? You stop. Thank God you stop questioning certain things.
Because you know the truth is, it's never as bad as it seems. Like, you know.
Exactly, man. And if you've put the work in, whether it's for what you do or yourself, I think that kind of takes away everything else. It just means that if next man comes and tells me like I'm not good enough, I'll be like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. You know what I mean?
You don't need.
Whereas before, I'd crawl up in the corner of a room somewhere.
Really? Am I not?
Yeah, exactly. 2 weeks of my life wasted on that. So like, I think you got to go through. Obviously, I've been through, I feel like, certain extremes and stuff. I'm still working on it today.
We always are. That's the beauty of being a human being.
Yeah, like today, you know what I mean? Like, I rate, you know, meeting you and then getting to be here and stuff like that. Like, it's not something I'd usually say yes to, or I've never said yes to. So
why did you say yes, George?
I'm just ready for it, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to push myself still, you know, and just like not be just behind the camera, to be able to explain what I do and not just do it. I think that's important. You know, I want to not just be a video guy. I want to direct. I want
Yeah.
to see where I can go. You know
Come
what I mean?
on, man. I like that. I like that.
Ambition.
And
Yeah.
sick. And I know you mentioned obviously you living in a village caused you to be quite secluded, which like brought your early influences into the creative space, the video.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. How did you actually get into editing,
Yeah.
buying a camera?
It was through
etc.?
music, to be fair. Like, obviously I started, like I said, like I created a few connections in my teens with people who made music and stuff like that. Not near me, but like, you know, distance kind of relationships with friends.
Yeah.
And obviously then I started sound engineering and stuff like that. Actually, you know what, pull up. It started off like I was using my mum's photography camera, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like, and I just take pictures, and then that led to me then doing videos, and then eventually, to be fair, like in my teens, I remember traveling from France to London just to come and film street buskers, and that's what I did for a bit of time. I was just like, I can't expect anybody to give me any money because I don't know anything, and these guys just need videos for free. It works, you know what I mean? So I just pull up, film, do a little edit, put it on YouTube, try and get like a few, you know, just a few comments or whatever. Just, you know,
nice.
I just wanted to put myself out there, and I still rate myself for that. I was
that's big.
I think I was quite hungry at that time.
Yeah, 100%. Because that's your ambition. You not thinking, oh, let me go and get the money right now, or let me try. It's like, okay, cool, this is what I want to do.
For sure, man. I think it was also like that thing of like, if I stay where I come from, it's a beautiful spot, don't get me wrong, but it's like there's nothing there. The opportunities are just nothing. So like, what do I just, if I stay here, to be fair, it's like factory work. That's where I end up.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, and with your skill set, that would be a talent wasted because
I couldn't do that, man.
Nah, some of your videos, bro, are insane. I like the one where I think it was below where he put on a fucking parachute thing and you sent him and then
that
he
was
went.
Mo,
It was Mo, that was hard. I was like, nah, this guy's unreal. So
I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy the AI stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I was just gonna say, like, you're not just a videographer. Obviously, you do more than that. VFX, AI, motion graphics. How do you actually define what you do? Like,
a digital visual creative. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
you
because that's the
almost need
thing.
a
It's
new-
like you need all of it. Like,
you need a new title for what you're doing. It's not videography. You get me? It's more than that.
I think it's just motion design. You know what I mean? Like, you're just creating something that moves, and whatever moves has to have sound to it, and has to have color, and just has to have a vibe and a story. You know what I mean? Like, I think going on to AI, like, I know AI gets a lot of hate. There's the AI slop online and stuff, but I enjoy it. I'm curious. I'm geeky. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. I really want to be part of what's going on. At least understand it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to not understand the universe that I work in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And this is the direction that, you know, things are going, whether you like it or not.
I think
AI's
so,
here
man.
and it's here to stay.
I wonder how painters felt when photographers came along, you know what I mean? And
true.
now photography's an art form, you know what I mean?
True.
Obviously you got a lot more examples, but
yeah.
I think obviously it's an extension. I don't think it should start directing you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think like I enjoy it because I think two parts. One part is like obviously coming from where I come from. I've always wanted to do that shit.
Yeah.
And I've always been limited to that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just budget or location or connections or just people. You know what I mean? I didn't have any of that. So, and I've always, you know, obviously inspired by lots of things, but I want to make, you know, Harry Potter universes. You know what I mean? Big things with like substance and, you know, obviously that's just the name I'm putting out, but I enjoy that kind of thing where somebody creates a visual universe. Like you get to know character A, but the 13th character is also somebody you can connect to and stuff like that. Like obviously now I feel like, and it's mad to even say that, but now I feel like just from my room, I can achieve that to a certain degree, and it'll only get more easy, you know what I mean? So
And that's
easy, well, achievable.
Yeah, and that's crazy because I mean, like, what are the main tools you use, and can you talk a bit about your workflow, like, because obviously you're still out there shooting, you're still holding the camera. What is the steps that you take to final release of your asset?
It depends, really. I think right now I'm enjoying, obviously, AI. I'm using Higgsfield at the moment. I enjoy it. Obviously, I know there's so much more. I would try and dive into all of them, but I just no time, really.
Yeah.
Especially, like, I'm in that position where, like, obviously I'm learning, but I've got a job and deadlines and stuff like that. So I've got to kind of learn as I go along, but I need to also achieve the quality as I want.
That trade-off is so difficult, man.
So you see, like, that Mo video, for example, that was me kind of slowly figuring out, all right, I know in the first 5 seconds I need something catchy, you know what I mean? So like, if I do some mad AI stuff at the start, then attention got, and then I'll go into, like, obviously Baller League, I'll go into the football. And then obviously I'm lucky at Baller League, you've got a lot of people like, you know, Nico and stuff like that who are great at sound bites and, you know, their storylines, and they're all kind of pushing and shoving each other and stuff like that. So it makes my life a lot easier to create stories, you know, or a visual story. But yeah, man. Yeah.
And you've been in the game for ages, almost a decade, bro.
Pretty
like,
much.
can you imagine that?
Like,
what skills do you think is important for a videographer in the modern day that was less important like 5 years ago?
Curiosity, I guess, but I think you've always needed that. I think yeah, being open-minded, curious. I know it's a cliche, but it's like, if you don't have those, you're not going to learn the new things. And we're in a world where every 2 weeks there's a new model thing coming out, camera, sensors, whatever. If you're not curious, you're gonna kind of stick to your thing, and then you can go niche, which is fine. For me anyway, it's just like I said earlier, it's like I really like to have an understanding of a curious natural understanding of what's going on, key. You know what I mean? I'm not fearful that if I stop somebody's gonna go past me, or it's nothing like that. It's literally just like, I want to see how far this goes. You know what I mean? Like, it's mad.
That's true passion, bro. That's true passion for
it's the power of adapting as well. I think that's what's changed, because before you had to adapt over like 10 years, 15 years, because technology and world changed slower. I think the more we go, the more we go ahead, the more, that change kind of happens in shorter terms. Like in a week's time, holograms could come out, bro. I don't know, like,
it could be anything.
Some Black Mirror stuff could come out, and everybody's like going into the films they watch, and they can impact the films they watch, that kind of stuff. I don't know, you know what I mean? And I think adapting and curiosity is good.
Sick. And like, obviously I work in more traditional sports. You work with Baller League, which is more modern day.
Man. Yeah, for sure.
Like, how is that different? How would you say it's different from the traditional sports content?
It's entertaining, man. I think like what makes Baller League is the actual, and obviously I didn't know that much about six-a-side football before I started, to be fair, but it's like, they're real athletes, man. They're good ballers, like proper people, ex-pros, academies and stuff like that. And they all deserve, you know what I mean? Some people just didn't make it because they were a few centimeters too short, man. Crazy. But otherwise they'd be up there. You know what I mean? Like,
some ridiculous
and obviously
skills.
like, you're mixing in the content creators and the celebrities and stuff. That's not, for me, that's not really the most important thing. I think it is the football. Football's good, man. It's like, it's really good.
So it's the high quality.
And me as just like a football fan, I'm like, I like this. I can get by it. And your games are finishing like 7-5 and stuff like that in half an hour. So I get how, me and 90 minutes of football today, professional football, is just a bit long, bro. It's long. So I'm enjoying this. I enjoy the format.
The fast pacedness,
And then for me, I'm in a position where like I'm currently the only full in-house videographer for the company, right? And at one point I was doing like German league as well, and I was doing the US helping with the US and stuff. So like I was all hands on deck. I've been given a lot of responsibility, I'm trusted by my peers. It's a position you want to get to, And on top of that, I'm shooting and filming and editing, like, I don't know, Idris Elba and stuff like that. I'm just like, from my perspective, from my little village, I'm like, bro,
you're doing big things.
I wouldn't imagine it, you know what I mean?
You're doing big things. And just in terms of, obviously, we touched on the VFX stuff, the AI stuff. Like, there's a lot of talk about AI replacing creatives. What do people like misunderstand about that?
I don't know. It could be true. I don't know, bro. I don't know. So? I don't know.
What can AI not do?
I mean, I can say what it can't do now. It can't, like, obviously I understand AI in my field, so video generation, image generation.
Yeah, that's what.
That's the main thing. So like, I know that when I'm making videos right now, it can't mimic exact human gimmicks. It can't do the little twitches, the little things that obviously we understand. Like, if my eye goes like that, you're gonna clock that, right?
Yeah.
You won't get that, or you have to really work on it and make it really understand, and you have to have like a really descriptive workflow, which is literally, it's like teaching somebody how to walk for the first time, which obviously isn't. It's long. It's long. Like, people think it's easy. Like, I put out a video last week which is like full AI, which is my first real like video where I'm like, all right, KSI versus Idris Elba, they're like Roman Empire going against each other.
Hard.
And I've seen so many, seen lots of comments like, oh, this is AI, nah. Like, some people are like, oh, Baller League are putting all their production team in this. It's just me, bro. Like, in a day and a half, I did it or whatever. But then also, it's like, it took me, I was up until 2 a.m. Like, you need to know to do it. Obviously, you can do something cheap and easy, fine. But if you want to do something, I'll say good, because I rate what I did, to be fair.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like,
it's hard,
you know, and it's cool, man, because like, for me, it's like, it's not for the athletes. The athletes themselves, it puts them in a position where they look cool, like next to Hollywood.
Come on.
In some sort of, you know what I mean? So like, I feel like I'm doing something that has an impact, which is important to me.
Hey, that is definitely important. And with everything you've achieved, you know, working as, you know, videographer, working with Baller League, what's been your proudest moment of your career so far?
I think getting paid as a creative, like, that was just because it took me a while just to get there. I was doing, like, obviously, I was doing a lot of free work and stuff like that. I was doing like stuff for my mates and music videos. Obviously, that industry, if you're independent, there's not a lot of money there and stuff. I was working hospitality until, and the only goal was like, can I just make money doing what I like? You know what I mean? So I think when I got to that was great. Then there are milestones, obviously. Like, I did when I was working for Head, the tennis company, that I did like a motion graphic that ended up on Times Square, for example. And like,
is that the tennis one?
Yeah. So it was something for like Coco Gauff or something like that, like for the US Open and stuff. And obviously, like, that for me was just like, could I have pictured that when I was younger? Probably not, you know what I mean? So proud of that. And then now it's just like, I'm really happy with just like being able to like not just do, but to be able to explain what I do, putting myself maybe in a bit more of a creative director role going forward and stuff. Like, just finessing the art. That's it.
Okay. And then, like, tell us a time where you've, you know, felt embarrassed about something you've done, and then what you've learned from that, you know?
I mean, forgetting half the equipment for a shoot, maybe, when I was like ages ago.
Starting,
that kind of thing. I think like I said before, is like, when I wasn't so confident, I needed that validation. So any moment I didn't get that validation felt like the end of the world. So it happened quite a lot, I guess, at the start, you know? There's not a particular moment. Yeah, obviously, like, I forgot all my batteries from my camera once.
Yeah, stuff like that.
And we had to like cancel the shoot kind of thing and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
But it wasn't paid for. I wasn't at that level.
So you've never really done, like, for the live shoots with the client, you've never actually done anything like it's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe.
Not crazy.
Okay.
I've been lucky so far, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
I hope
Nah,
it
you've
continues.
obviously got your...
like, I think every shoot there's a sticky situation at some point, you know what I mean?
It's not embarrassing.
But you get through it. I think that's just like,
100%.
because even Baller League, obviously people think Baller League is huge, and it is huge, but it's like people think we're a huge team and stuff. We're like 50 people for two countries, you know what I mean? So it's
mad.
like every like media day and stuff, sometimes we're trying to do like 4 shoots in the same day, and you're stretching yourself to an extent, and then obviously things go wrong, but you're also in that position where like physically we can't do more, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay. And you know, if the younger version of George from the village in France could see what he's doing now, working with one of the most, you know, the fastest growing companies, especially in sport at the moment with Baller League, what do you think he would say?
I think he'd be impressed, bro. He wouldn't know how to put it into words. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Like, I think it would maybe put a bit of anxiety out of the window, maybe. I don't know. Probably not, actually. I think it was unstoppable at that point. But yeah, no, I think... Yeah, no, he'd rate himself. For
Sick.
For sure.
And we have a closing tradition on this podcast where we get our guests to teach our audience something in 60 seconds. So it could be a life hack, a random gem, or an industry insight. So what you got for us today, George?
I'm not too sure about this one, man. It could be a lot of things.
Anything, absolutely anything.
I think you just got to be kind. Like, kindness is such a big factor, man. But not just to other people, kind to yourself as well. Like, I don't think you can't give love if you don't feel it yourself. You know what I mean? So I think that's
only pour out of the cup that what you have.
And like, something that I rate is just being quietly confident. Like, it's not something that I could ever say I was before, but I think obviously when you're not that confident, you might then try and follow the loudest in the room and stuff like that. You don't have to, you know what I mean? Yeah. You can do it yourself. And
Sick.
And it doesn't matter where you come from, man. Like, it can just put your head down, bro. Just crack on. Yeah, it'll happen. If you keep going, it'll happen.
Strong words. Nah, George, thank you for coming down today. I appreciate it. For real. Listen, if you found value in what you've heard today, like, share, subscribe. Don't keep it to yourself. We're the creators, Fred, and that's a wrap.
Come on.